Opportunity Knocks by nikkiRA. Chapter 11. When morning comes and the day resets, Nico knows he can't have another day of trying to figure out what is happening in his life. He doesn't want to talk to Jason and everyone again. He doesn't want to spend the day trying to figure out another guy he was supposed to fall for. And he didn't want to face Will again. Not after last night. So Nico decides to do something he doesn't think he has ever willingly wanted to do. Spend time with his father. He leaves his cabin shortly before Jason is supposed to get him. He has time to kill before he has to say Billy, so he sets up in a coffee shop near the alley. He had the sense of mind to grab the stash of mortal money he had before leaving. So he buys breakfast, grabs a newspaper, borrows a pen from one of the baristas, and keeps his eyes on the clock. The crossword and a rather mediocre breakfast sandwich occupies him sufficiently until 10:20. He's not very good at crosswords. When he returns the pen and heads back to where Billy would be, honestly, he's not in the mood to deal with Billy right now, especially since Aphrodite gets a shred of pity. Honestly, he's not in the mood to deal with Billy right now, especially since, unless Aphrodite gets a shred of pity, the day is just going to reset again. So he stabs Cyclops, and then instead of doing the old, caring, "You almost died, are you okay?" he says, "Your name is Billy. You don't have a home. You have a sister named Alana who's been missing for 2.5 weeks, and you see monsters like that a lot." Billy stares at him, and for the first time, he looks afraid of Nico. Nico is used to people looking afraid of him, but for some reason, this is different. How do you know that? Would you believe me if I told you that I could tell the future? Billy looks at the pile of Cyclops dust. Yeah? Well, you'd be wrong, but I can see the past, sort of. Do you trust me? Billy swallows. Alana said you shouldn't trust strangers, right? Billy nods. But I know all these things about you, which means I'm not really a stranger, am I? Manipulating children. Are you happy, Aphrodite? I guess not. I'm going to take you to my camp, okay? You'll be safe there, and you'll meet people like you, and you'll even learn how to fight things like that. He nods at the dust. Well, we'll come back to look for your sister. Hold my sword. Ready to go? Billy doesn't look ready for anything, really, but he takes Nico's sword and grips it tightly, and he nods when Nico asks if he can hold onto his arm. When they emerge near Camp Half-Blood, Billy opens his mouth to gush, but Nico cuts him off. Go up that hill, past the tree. You'll see a camp down there. Ask the first person you meet to take you to Chiron. Got it? Billy nods. My name is Nico. When a boy named Jason inevitably comes up to you to ask you about me, tell him I needed to go visit my father, and I'll be back later. Can you do that? Billy nods. He looks eager. Okay, carry on. Billy bounds up the hill and Nico sighs, fading back into shadow and reappearing in the underworld a few seconds later. Hello, Nico, his father drawls. Oh, father. How's Steel Magnolius? Billy scowls. I don't want to talk about it, he says. Nico laughs. So what are you doing here today, Nico? Here for more love advice? No offense, father, but I wouldn't really go to you for love advice if I needed it. You did kind of kidnap your wife. Hades rolls his eyes. If it makes you feel any better, I'm regretting it, he mutters. If I have to see Dolly Parson one more time, I might just kill myself. She's Apollo's daughter, you know. I have yet to meet a child of his that I wasn't annoyed by. Nico must betray something in his face, because Hades peers at him. Why are you making that face? I'm not making a face. You are, you're making a face, and I imagine it doesn't have to do with Dolly Parton. What happened? Again, no offense, but I really don't want to discuss this with you. Hades makes an irritated noise. So, love then, is that what got everyone in this mess? You are one of his wretched offspring? Could be worse, Nico says. He is bright red. This talk was probably awkward enough with normal parents. Could be a son of Zeus. Hades scowls. It bears a remarkable resemblance to Nico's own scowl. He doesn't know how he feels about this. You could do better. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Hades narrows his eyes at him. It can't be going well, I imagine, or we wouldn't be having our current troubles. I didn't come here to talk about boys with you, father, Nico mutters. This was utterly mortifying. Why did you come? I just needed a day away, he says, and you're the only other person who knows what's going on. I'm on it, Hades says, not sounding on it at all. Does that mean you're going to join us for Steel Magnolias? Despite everything, Nico smiles. Sure, it can't be that bad, can it? Watch it 7 times in a row, and then get back to me, his father says suddenly. Is it take your son to work day today? Persephone asks, when Nico takes a seat in an armchair that lets out an occasional groan or scream every so often. His father really ought to redecorate. Nico is joining us, Haley says. Persephone looks at him in confusion before grinning. I think we should change the movie then. Honestly, Nico has never seen his father look so happy. Well, if you're sure, dear, what did you have in mind? Persephone smiles wildly at him. Nico has a funny feeling he knows where this is going. What do you say to Hercules, darling? Hades lets out a long, sufferable sigh. Persephone winks at Nico. They kind of got along, he thinks. Honestly, Persephone was kind of cool, and she had, for some reason, taken it upon herself to get him caught up in the movies he had missed during his time in the casino. She had shown him Disney's Hercules a year or so ago. Normally, she turned it on when she was annoyed at Hades, but sometimes, like now, she just liked to poke fun. What do you say, father? Steel Magnolias or Hercules? Hades gives him such a vicious look that it would be scary if it wasn't so hilarious. Put the blasted Disney movie in, he tells Persephone sullenly. And you, he adds in a whisper to Nico. Propose to that damn boy if you need to, but fix this, and do it soon. Nico blushes, but Persephone and Hades take a seat at the movie as the movie starts, and soon enough, Nico is laughing along with Persephone as his father complains. I don't look like that, he mutters angrily. If there had ever been a better way to take his mind off his current situation, listening to his father exclaim loudly about the inaccuracies of the movie while Persephone giggled beside him was probably not what he would have initially thought of, but it works damn well. He gets back to camp later that night, feeling relaxed. The world must really be fucked up if spending time with his father was actually making him feel better. Look what the Fury's dragged in, he hears as he makes his way towards the campfire. Jason and Percy are sitting beside each other, roasting marshmallows, and Piper and Annabeth are sitting across the fire. Annabeth keeps shooting Percy dirty glares. How's your father? Old, bitter, sarcastic. Just like his son. Nico kicks Percy half-heartedly and takes a seat beside Jason. Billy waves at him where the Hermes cabin is sitting, and Nico waves back. Where did he come from? Jason asks, nodding at him. Nico shrugs. Found him in an alley cornered by a cyclops. He talks a lot, Percy says. Reminds me of a kid I used to know. You're particularly irritating tonight, Jackson, he says. Percy slings an arm around him. The campfire fizzles out and everyone heads to bed. Nico takes his light down, as per usual, and then climbs into bed. But 20 or odd minutes later, he hears a light tap on the window above his bed. He sits up and opens the window, and Will climbs in, gracefully dropping onto Nico's bed. What are you doing here? He hisses. You're going to get eaten by hobbies. I just want to check on you. Why? I'm fine, Solace. Will gives him a look. Why did you go to the underworld? He shrugs. I just wanted to see my father. Yeah, that's not exactly normal. Nico can't help but laugh. It's fine, Will. I had a movie night with him and Persephone. That's the weirdest thing I think I've ever heard. I'm fine, Solace. You worry too much. It's kind of my job. Honestly, I'm fine. Will keeps looking at him, and it's pretty damn awkward, really, because they're in his bed, and they're really close, and they're in bed. He can't stress that enough. Bed. Alright, I believe you. That's new. Will smiles. I'm trying to be slightly less overbearing, especially with you. Nico blinks. Oh, well, thanks. Will shrugs, and he doesn't meet Nico's eyes. Nico picks at his comforter. I know I'm a little too tough on you. I'm sorry about that. I know it bugs you. Where is this coming from, Solace? I don't know. I think I just... When I found out you went to the underworld, I got really freaked, and I realised that I wasn't fair to you. It's not fair that I keep acting like you can't take care of yourself just because you acted a little reckless when you were trying to save the world. That was a group effort. We were all a little reckless. If I recall, we got into a fight in the middle of the Roman army. Will laughs. Oh yeah, right. Well, anyway, I'm sorry that I always underestimate you. Nico swallows audibly. It's alright, Solace. Thank you. Will grabs his hand and intertwines their fingers. That was all that I wanted to say. Nico takes a breath. Will is looking at him fondly, and Nico can't quite look away. He wants to kiss him again. Previous experience be damned. Instead, he clears his throat and shifts subtly away from Will. Well, thanks. You should go, though. It's late. We'll both get in shit if you're caught. Will looks vaguely disappointed. Yeah, you're right. I just wanted to make sure we were cool. Of course we're cool, Solace. He smiles warmly at Nico as he climbs back out the window, and Nico lies back down, feeling more confused than ever. He didn't think it was possible for him to feel more confused. He didn't think there was room in his brain. Shows how much he knew. Okay, awesome. So, that was kind of funny, but it the microphone died. So, sorry about the quality changing halfway through there. But yeah, whoopsie daisy. That was annoying. I had to re-record half the chapter. Anyway, almost done with the series. That's crazy. I might do an S&D tier one, honestly. Okay,